Well, hey everybody, it's Chase. Hey everybody, it's Chase with AV Pop Culture. How are we doing on Friday night? Physical Media Live. Okay, so I upgraded my camera since last time. Can you hear me? Loud and clear. I upgraded to a 4K camera, so hopefully it does better. Fancy. Now you guys can see me in 4K, which may or may not be something that you want. All right, good. Oh, these glasses are so reflective. They're reflecting at you guys. Those aren't a whole lot better, but they're a little better. You got two choices. I can reflect at you, or I can not read your comments. Here, let me see if I can turn that light off. Maybe it'll help. No, that helped a little bit. Hey, Movie Odyssey. Wow, Horror Girl, it is 1:30 p.m. Saturday afternoon for her. Hey, Quietly Games. Wow, this camera looks like a lot better quality. Can we see your peach hairs now? You can see I'm doing No Shave November, or trying to, and it's itching me. If you notice, if you go back and watch the Terminator video again, I'm like scratching here, scratching there. It is itchy. It's almost past the itchy point, though. Almost. Wow, this camera does. I can tell by my picture that it looks a whole lot clearer. Did any of you in here? Well, hello from Monterey. Wow. Hey, BMG. New camera is a noticeable. Good. This is a new 4K E-Meet camera. And I just thought I would give it a try. It's like, it was $50, I think. I don't remember because I had a few dollars off from Amazon. Hey, Sako, what's up? Black Roses, Becca. Interesting. Great cam quality. Good. I'm glad to know that. I do watch Giallos, and I can tell you, let me see, I'll grab one right here. Okay. So my favorite Giallo is a trashy one. If I can get it out of here. It's in this Forgotten Jolly set from Vinegar Syndrome. And it's Arabella Black Angel. Someone turn the lights on. It's Arabella Black Angel is like, of the Giallos I've seen, is one of my favorites. It might be my favorite. Yeah, it's pretty dirty if you've seen it. It's pretty trashy, but like kind of twisted. And the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, what? At the end. Least favorites, there'd be a lot of candidates. I'm not the biggest Giallo fan. The Terminator 4K looks outstanding. Yeah, I thought it looked good. Smile 2. I haven't seen that yet. Camera looks good on your new 4K. I'm glad you got a new 4K TV, Becca. Oh, you just watched Late Night with the Devil? If that was your first watch, I'm a little jealous you got to watch that for the first time. I really like that movie. I can tell. You can tell I recently watched a few of your videos. I'm recommending. Someone told me, somebody who doesn't normally comment on the channel said that I clearly sounded like a salesman, that I was selling them the videos and wanted to know how much I got paid for it and all this. And I'm like, I don't get paid. You just got Beetlejuice. I'm waiting on my Beetlejuice. I thought it was going to come today, and I didn't get that package. Demon Pond. Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys, I was out today filming one more Criterion, like in the wild video, and I kept seeing that movie. I didn't know anything about it. Everything's still backwards on this camera, though. The Second Sight Blair Witch I have, but I haven't had a chance to watch it yet. Oh, thank you. You're awesome, dude. Your movies info is great. I just try. That's what I tell everybody. I'm like, I don't know everything. Obviously, nobody does. But if I can share what I've learned from all the years of making movies and having to learn, like I actually had to cut and edit film and all that kind of stuff at one point. So it helps if I can help other people understand why something maybe looks the way it does or something, instead of just being like, oh, I hate this. Maybe you have some context, then that's awesome for me. I mean, I'm still a teacher at heart. I taught history, I taught film study, I taught all this stuff. So I'm still a teacher too. Hey Martin, what's up? You have to tell me about Demon Pond. I kept seeing that, but I don't know anything about it. I did get a healthy stack of Criterion, though. Way more than I could afford to buy. You tried ordering 7 4K Steelbook, but it's sold out. Have you tried Orbit DVD? They had some still. At least they did yesterday. Wow, I can totally see the camera. Like, if it looks half as good to you guys as it does on my little monitor, it was worth the money. Oh, and I'm going to be on a live stream on Tuesday night on Frank's Media and Reviews channel with me and Brian from The Last Movie Standing and Daniel from Cobwebs and one other. I think he added one other person on there too. Try to catch back up with the chat. Have you watched Beetlejuice yet? I don't know why I didn't get that already, because I ordered that from Amazon, like pre-order. Oh, maybe that's why. Other than Trick or Treat, all you got this week was Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and The Birdcage, and a few cheap Blu-rays. Well, I mean, what's my thought on the Jake Paul Mike Tyson fight? Well, first I thought Jake Paul was a lot bigger than Mike Tyson. Than I thought he was bigger than he turned out to be. They're only like a pound difference. He's a lot younger. If the fight goes longer, then Tyson's in trouble. If Tyson's, the last thing that goes on a tough old guy is his punching power. So if Tyson lands that early, it could be over. But if it has to go any kind of length of time, I'm not so sure about Tyson. I used to box a long time ago. I actually did mixed martial arts. I had 2 fights in an octagon. I don't recommend it. The Substance. I haven't seen The Substance yet, but everybody keeps telling me to watch it. So I guess I'm going to have to. I'm really, most of the time, I'm not the biggest body horror guy. Like Videodrome, I love, and that's like about as far as I go. But that one I'm intrigued about. Oh, you got Beetlejuice from Groove. Did you have it already? Creep from Second Sight. I've never seen Creep. I did order the Lost Boys Steelbook, so I'll be waiting on that one. I'll be so excited when it gets here because I missed that one the first time. You can see, like, I got a bunch of copies of the Lost Boys. The Devils from 1971. I don't think I've seen that either. I blind bought a couple of Criterion today, and I'm not going to show all of them because I just recorded a video on it. But I'll show you a couple of them, and several of them are blind buys. But I think I think it might be worth it. And I know I'm not the biggest Criterion guy in the world, but I think it might be worth it with all the questions I've gotten to do a video on how to collect Criterion, because people are interested but struggle with it, and I might do that. And Criterion, unless you really know your own taste and you know what you like really well, you have to be careful blind buying from Criterion. I did watch Abigail. I liked Abigail. Did I see Last Night in Soho? I haven't seen Last Night in Soho. Just bought Ready or Not off of eBay for $25. Why is it so expensive for a US version going for $60? Jeez, I don't know. But that's a pretty good movie. I actually just mentioned that movie in something recently, and I kind of like that movie. I didn't realize it was going for that much money, though. That's kind of crazy. Interesting on Demon Pond. Is anybody in here? Who in here has more than like 5 Criterion in their collection? Groove has lower prices and usually ships pre-orders faster than they. That's true. They usually ship a lot faster. 30 plus Criterion. That's a nice amount. Oh, greater than 100. Rock on. You got one. What's your one? 50 plus. That's good. Okay, so there's some Criterion. 10. I think maybe I got about 25, maybe. Well, see, here's the thing about Criterion. If you guys want a funny joke or a funny story, it's not a joke. I have seen Maggie. I've got that right. I got every Arnold movie. Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Now, see, that's one I can't find. I like that movie. It's interesting. I can't find that one. Kurosawa, the guy. Oh man, Ready or Not would be a good Arrow 4K. So with Criterion, I have there is a AI thing that you can subscribe to, a service called vidIQ, and it helps me with my videos. And it will give you ideas for videos based upon like what's doing well on YouTube. I don't ever really listen to it, but it gave me, I guess, because Criterion, it's a big month for Criterion. It gave me a suggested video titled that it predicted would do very well. Titled, what was the title? It was like from the trash bin to classics, or from the garbage heap to classics with Criterion. And it basically said that the video should be about how a lot of Criterion's movies were forgotten about, considered horrible films. Nobody cared about them until they were released by Criterion. And then suddenly everybody thought they were good. I'm sure I would get killed if I made that video. Well, the truth is, there's a lot of those films that Criterion puts out that if like Vinegar Syndrome put them out, the Criterion people would be saying how horrible those movies are. A lot of people would. The Wraith, I don't know if I haven't seen The Wraith, but somebody was just talking about that. I don't think that has a 4K. You find Benjamin Button at least once a week in a thrift store. Blue is the warmest color. Is that bad or good? Is that one of the ones that sucked and now everybody says it's good, or is it actually good? That's the one that's like it's like teenagers, right? And sexual awakening thing. Blue is the warmest color. It was like a girl that falls in love with another girl, but a boy's in love with her or something. I haven't seen that one. If that's one I think it is, it's about it. The Lure reminds me of something from yeah. It's funny because I think that Criterion collectors and hardcore Criterion and hardcore Vinegar Syndrome collectors have a lot more in common than they realize. The only Amicus one I have isn't Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. I believe that's Amicus. I've got that one. Mike, what's up? I like Dr. Terror's House of Horrors, by the way. It's got a very creepy, macabre ending. There's 38 of us in here and 8 likes. I finally realized where to start paying attention to that. I never pay attention to the likes. Smash that like button. Isn't that what you're supposed to say? I guess it helps the live stream get out. I'm surprised Hellfeast doesn't have a 4K, at least. So in my travels out today, I'll show you guys so I've gotten really on a Brian De Palma kick lately. And really, really, really like, it's weird because there's movies that I haven't seen in so long that they're almost like first time watches. And that was the case with Body Double when I just watched it. But man, it made me want to go back and rewatch all of Brian De Palma's stuff. And I went and found the one store within 100 miles that had this. It's Blowout with Nancy Allen and John Travolta, the 4K. I'm really looking forward to watching this. I'm about to have a little more time to start watching movies. My son's football season ends tomorrow, one way or the other. He's in the championship, and then I'll get about 24 hours a week of my time back. But I can't wait to see this one. I have not seen Black Roses. I have not seen it. Tyson or Paul? Oh, you must have missed that. If it goes more than a couple rounds, it's Paul for sure. If Tyson lands that old school old man knockout punch power quick, it could go the other way. The 1986 in absentia trial of Lee Harvey Oswald. Interesting. Ernest Saves Christmas. Air brakes. We love Ernest movies. That's the thing, curating your collection. Nick says he's only picked up 4. That's a big thing I'm going to talk about in my video again, is curating a collection. I'm a big, big proponent of that. I'm surprised we already don't have 28 Days Later on a better physical release. I only have those old releases up there, those old DVDs. I have to look up Black Roses, Becca. I don't know. I don't know anything about that one. Has anybody seen Blowout? Is it a good one? What do you guys think? The Night of the Creeps doesn't have a 4K yet, but I know that they are working on a 4K for Night of the Creeps. Jason Lively said that. I know him through another friend. And I think Tom Atkins or somebody also posted about it on their Instagram. All right. Your wife's calling you. No problem. We'll see you back in a little bit. Thrill me. Got a friend from Decula playing tomorrow for a kids championship at high school in Lawrenceville. Yeah. So Decula is the 8th grade. So my son's playing in the championship in that division. There's 2 divisions. There's so many teams. There's 2 divisions. having 2 separate championships, and he's in one of the championships. He plays for Buford, which is a big school here, big high school, but this is like below the high school. Hey, Mike from Blockbuster Box Sets. Man, what is up? Look at all your stuff behind me over here, man. That, like, it's everywhere. Blockbuster Box Sets. Glad you dropped in, man. Y'all, if that's where everybody's always asking me where I get my slips, it's Blockbuster Box Sets. I get those slip boxes. And I love those things, man. Because I'm so much about the art, like the old school, like walking around I'm an 80s kid. So walking around the old VHS, looking at the VHS art in it was before Blockbuster, those places. That Rocky box set is going to get prime location back here. I'm going to tell you, see, I watch all the Rocky movies every Thanksgiving. Every November, I watch all the Rockies. I don't know why I associate with Thanksgiving, because the first 2 are around Thanksgiving and Christmas. That's going to get a prime location. Rocky is my favorite movie all time. Made me want to be a filmmaker and writer. What Stallone did, indie style, favorite movie all time. Oh, you saw Black Roses on Joe Bob's Drive. I find a lot of stuff on Joe Bob's Drive and always have back Monster Vision way back in the old days, and Elvira before that. A favorite Scrooge? Yeah, I do. Bill Murray. I love Scrooged. I have always loved Scrooged. I got to give it to him. Him and Scrooge McDuck. Best chunky boxes. Yep. I miss video stores too. My goal, and some of you may know this, I want to open a 2-screen movie theater that shows like older movies and does theme nights and events and, dress up nights and all that kind of stuff. But in the front of it, and hold premieres for my filmmaker friends and stuff. But in the front of it, I want it to serve food, drinks, and you get a free movie rental with every drink purchase, a free 3-day movie rental if you buy a drink. Love Scrooged. Scrooged is awesome. Is there a 4K of Scrooged? There's got to be a 4K. If there is, I need to get it. I just ordered the Christmas Vacation is one of my top 10 favorite movies of all time, regardless of genre. I actually went on a date to see that when I was in 4th grade. Me and my little 4th grade girlfriend went and saw that movie. Maybe 5th grade. You just got, so there is, Marty says there is a Scrooged 4K. I need that. Oh yeah, Micah Kane. Anyone tell you look like Glenn Powell? Glenn Powell. I have been told that like several times recently. And I only think of him from the Top Gun Maverick movie, but that's a good compliment. He's a movie star. I just got the Twisters 4K like a week or so ago, and I didn't see it in the movie theater, so we got to watch it. He's in that too. I like him, so I'll take that comparison. Oh, the turkey busting open in Christmas Vacation is save the neck for me, Clark. Seven Samurai there a couple months ago. They're showing The Fifth Element now. Who's that? Who's showing it? John Doe Juggalo, what is up? You want to do the same type of movie theater? Yeah, it can be hit or miss financially. The key, as I did a lot of research on it, is to put it in an area like where they're revitalizing these old town squares and stuff. If you do that, where you get a lot of this foot traffic and stuff like that, it helps. My face itches so much for this beard. Seven Samurai. So I did a members only video today, a special Chase in the Wild video for members only that I started editing tonight. And I talk about Seven Samurai, and I would catch so much crap from Criterion fans because if you don't know, Seven Samurai was remade in America as the Magnificent Seven. And I actually prefer the Magnificent Seven and the remake of the Magnificent Seven over Seven Samurai. Oh, Cousin Eddie, look, y'all, you're going to see, I'm going to decorate for Christmas here soon. You're going to see plenty of Christmas Vacation stuff. Left Baffled, you got the new 4K? Awesome. Yeah, Randy Quaid. The scene where he's wearing like this color, like thin shirt, and he's wearing just the turtleneck, it's called a dickie, I think it is. Right there, it just cracks me up, man. Drive you out in the middle of nowhere, leave you for dead. Final Destination movies. I'm surprised those don't have a 4K. And now with Tony Todd passing, you think maybe they go back and give them some attention. Oh, Ghostbusters is in my top 5. I did my top 25 movies of favorite movies of all time. Like that was one of the early videos I did on my channel with the full intent of redoing that every year once. And hopefully it changes some over time. I don't know who is that. Lionsgate? Do they own Final Destination? Oh, Kurosawa has. Look, man. When I was in film school, Kurosawa has a big following. But I like the I really like the Denzel Washington, Chris Pratt, Ethan Hawke Magnificent Seven from a couple years ago. The Jaws 4K is one of the best 4Ks out there. That's a good one. That's a good pickup. New Line Cinema. That's right. Harley Shellhammer in the house. What is up, brother? Harley's made movies with me. Ghostbusters is an all-time favorite. I can't imagine when I do my top 25 lists each year that the top 10 are ever going to change. But there's room for stuff to reshuffle. And there's room for stuff to get in there. Like The Thing wasn't on my top 25 to start with. The Thing would be in top 15 right now. Steelbook Collector 99, what's up? Oh, the They Live Steelbook collection, yeah. Or a Steelbook. I got that one too. It's in a Blockbuster box set over here. Somewhere. I got it somewhere. It's over there somewhere. That's a Blockbuster. Everything is backwards. That's a Blockbuster box set. So is that one. Several of them. There's several right behind me. You can't see. There's the Thing, Pulp Fiction, Trick or Treat, Point Break. All those up there on the shelf. Well, actually, I got my Indiana Jones one over here now, next to my Holy Grail. Where does The Big Lebowski rank? The Big Lebowski is not on my top 25, but I do like that movie. I have seen Frogs from 1972. Sam Elliott, young Sam Elliott, no mustache yet, but I have not seen it in a long time. My dad used to wear that movie out, though. He was a B-movie connoisseur. Good. I like to hear that about Blowout. Pulp Fiction, Lost in Translation, Tropic Thunder. My number one film of all time is Rocky. I think my top 5, I got Rocky, I got Indiana Jones. Back to the Future's in my top 10 or 12. Predator is up in my top 10. Terminator's in my top 10. Karate Kid is in my top 10. The Escape from New York Steelbook looks awesome. You know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Expendables. That's what it reminded me of, an Expendables movie cover. Favorite 80s comedy? Just straight up comedy, like you take like things like Ghostbusters out of it. Coming to America or Trading Places gotta be up there for me. If you take like Ghostbusters out of it. Wow, Excalibur I hadn't seen in a long time. See No Evil, Hear No Evil. Me and my brother used to watch that all the time. Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. Favorite shark movie? It's Jaws. Back to the Future is classic. It is like peanut butter for the soul. Bueller. Barry Gordon's The Last Dragon 4K, $20. Oh, I don't hate the steelbook art for Escape from New York. I don't hate it at all. It reminds me of Expendables. I have not seen Summer of '84. I want Summer of '84. The reason I haven't seen Summer of '84 is you cannot buy it unless you go on eBay with a slipcover. And I don't want to buy it without the slipcover, knowing there's a nice slipcover out there. But I really want to see it. There's rumors that The Keep might be one of the 2 secret titles from Vinegar Syndrome. Oh, Men at Work. I love Men at Work. Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez did that movie together. They wrote it, directed it. I love Men at Work. Come through and Keith David, or is it David? I always mix up Keith David and David Keith. My next target, there's a couple. I would really like that Titans of Cult. It's not a steel. Well, it is a steel book, but that Titans of Cult set with John Wick. Keith David. I will backwards them too all the time. And one's a white dude and one's a black dude, but it doesn't matter. I like them both too. Is it Keith David? See, like now I'm questioning you. Did you look it up? Mm-hmm. Yes, that I complained with Arrow that they didn't have the original Clash of the Titans in that 4K set that they just released. That's one of my, like, I grew up watching the hell out of that movie, man. And that is one that they need a 4K of. That would look so good in 4K. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Barry White, Frank Black. That's funny. David Keith is Firestarter. Keith, okay. I'll get them wrong again next time. I'll do it. Still no Uncle Buck 4K. I'm surprised Kino don't have that one already. I'm really excited Kino's doing the Adam Sandler movies, though. I'm a massive Adam Sandler fan. There's one movie I will never watch of his again, if you can guess what it is. I really want The Invasion 4K. My buddy Brian at The Last Movie Standing said that 4K is amazing. I haven't seen that since the theater. I really want that movie. Oh, They Call Me Bruce, and there's a sequel to that too. They Still Call Me Bruce, right? My dad used to watch those too. Yeah. There are several things that were supposed to be coming out on 4K, like Jack and Jill Never Watch Again. I mean, that's not it, but that's not a good movie. No. That movie and Night of the Creeps, those were supposed to get here on 4K this year. There's been a few that were supposed to arrive this year and didn't. My face itches so bad. Uncut Gems is the one I will not watch again. I have anxiety already. That movie fills me with anxiety, and I like Adam Sandler so much, and I think he's a good dude. And I don't like to see how that movie ended. I can't. It's too real. I've been around where somebody got shot before, and I've seen people get shot, and the way that ends is too real. It's too real, and I don't like it. So, like, I passed it. I saw it everywhere today with my Criterion hunt. Almost all Western type movies look amazing. I don't know why we don't have Young Guns 2 yet. Young Guns, I love the Young Guns movies. I don't know why we don't have Young Guns 2. The Young Guns 1 looks good, at least the version that I got. So like almost all Western type movies look good. Unless they're just washed out of color, and then I'll show you. I want to get Double Indemnity on this sale, but I'm like out of money. And I stopped by a like a used movie store, and I got this for $1. This was like $1.99. It's kind of like the inside's broke a little bit, but it's like this 2-disc set or whatever on DVD. I mean, I know it's nothing like I'm sure the Criterion 4K is going to be, but I can at least watch it for now for $1. Thought that was pretty cool. Cool little set. Oh, good. I'm glad you liked Hubie Halloween. Hubie Halloween is one of those movies. It doesn't have to be Halloween. I will watch it to feel good, to make me feel better. Manhunter 4K. I'm surprised that there's so much money to be had by releasing these films on 4K. I don't understand why they don't move faster on all of them. Tombstone is Touchstone Pictures. That's going to be up to the whole Disney situation. But Tombstone, oh my God, that would sell so much it makes my head hurt. Harley, I know. 12 years. Harley was in Harley Shellhammer, who is in here. He was in Realm of Souls right there, that movie that I made. And yeah, man, that's been 11 years already, bro. Time goes by fast. I didn't have this much gray in my beard then. I do have the You're Next from Second Sight. I did a review on it a little while back. I have seen The Bishop's Wife with Cary Grant. I do like Cary Grant. There used to be this. There's a line that I stole from Cary Grant that we had to do like intimate scenes with an actress, and I had to do a couple as well. And he would say, "You'll forgive me if I get aroused, and you'll forgive me if I don't." I know, man. It's like yours too, huh? It's just like, It's weird though. When I keep it real short, it still looks dark. I don't know why. It's like the roots are dark and then it grows out white. All right. Am I working on any projects right now? So the deal I made when I started this channel was when I get to 10, if I get to 10,000 subscribers, I will start production on at least one more ride, one more movie. I got a couple of scripts. I got no shortage of scripts to do, but it's just a matter of picking which one. So I'm getting there close. I'm up to almost 6,000 now in just a few months. So that's crazy. You finally watched Dark Road. You like the song at the end, you Sasquatch. That line with Bill Moseley, man. If you go and watch. So there's a music video on there in the special features of that song that you like at the end. Well, the road you're going down. And then there's some fun gag reels. They're in the member section too. where but there's a longer one on the movie where Bill Moseley, we're in that scene and I open the door and he says, "This whore and her Sasquatch." And I about pissed my pants laughing because it wasn't scripted. And I don't know how I held on to my shit right there. Becca loves Realm of Souls, even though you had a creepy dream after it. That movie was supposed to be like a combination found footage and like an old drive-in grindhouse horror type movie. Hammer House of Horrors on Peacock. Cool. I didn't know that was on there. I have Peacock. He did. I think I can't remember which one because he calls me a Sasquatch. And I mean, we had a hard time keeping it together in that scene. And then we're all packed right in this doorway. And it's kind of crazy. All right, man. Blockbuster Box Sets is out, but I appreciate you stopping by, man. Do you know I had to be barefoot in a lot of those scenes in Dark Roads because I'm bigger than most actors, and I wear cowboy boots, and so it made me like so tall up it was hard to frame. So I spent a lot of that time barefoot. The only film to show the old Georgia Guidestones. That's correct. Realm of Souls, Harley went with us for the scene where we went because we're supposed to be ghost hunters that go missing. And we filmed at the Georgia Guidestones, which were very creepy and mysterious until somebody blew them up a couple years ago. Master and Commander, yeah, I heard that was getting a 4K too. That's one of those movies because the big sweeping cinematography should look good. I don't know if they ever figured out who blew up the Guidestones. Oh, Commando should have a 4K right now. Commando should have a 4K. No excuse for it not. Several Stallone movies. Cobra, Over the Top. They should have 4Ks. What's my Georgia versus Tennessee score prediction? I think Tennessee's catching Georgia at a bad time. And I would say Georgia wins that game by about 10 points. I only saw Master and Commander at the theater. I haven't seen it since then. I'm sorry I contributed, Melvin. I made him addicted to 4K. Willy Wonka is probably going to look really good in 4K. I haven't seen it. Galaxy Quest is just one of my favorite like comedies. I love that movie, and I can't wait. I pre-ordered that 4K. Breakdown with Kurt Russell is yeah. I actually got it in the Paramount Screams Volume 2 because that's what I kept telling everybody. I'm like, people were complaining that wasn't a good deal, but I'm like, that's 4Ks. One of them is Breakdown and one of them's Friday the 13th Part 2. Those could easily be $25, $30 by themselves. I got that set for $40. Did I hear Nicole Kidman shaded Martin Scorsese? What did she say? What'd she do? Oh, Les Mis has a 4K? I picked up one other non-4K today. I'll share one more with you guys from my upcoming video. I haven't seen this in forever. This is the original, The Blob from 1958 with Steve McQueen. I need to get the 1980s version. I don't have the 80s one, but can't wait to watch this one again. It's only like 80 minutes long. It's crazy. This was also only $12. So you can't beat that. She said he wants. prefers male. See, I can't stand that kind of stuff. He has a story or a script that he wrote or somebody else writes. That's their vision for it. They wrote it. It's crazy. Can I explain why the original Pirates of the Caribbean 4K looks so bad? I cannot, because I don't have it and I haven't seen it. So if I had it, I would. The rest of the diehards need a 4K transfer. I've heard the Pirates doesn't look good, but I don't know why. So I won't just come out here and say, hey, this sucks or doesn't suck. I won't do it. If I haven't seen it, I won't say anything. Which Blob movie's better? Listen, I like this one. I haven't seen this version, in probably since I was a teenager. But the 80s version is, I like the 80s version the best. Matt Dillon. I love this movie. That's why I bought it. I was like, dude, and it came up to $12.99, and then I got another 10% off of it. Like, hello, you can't beat that. You cannot beat that. 82 minutes of concentrated motion picture terror in blood-curdling color. Steve McQueen, man. Taken movies never got a 4K. Lethal Weapon. How does the Lethal Weapon series not have 4Ks? 80s version of Johnny Drama with that hair. Victory. That's how he'll like, and I saw him in so many things before Entourage, but since Entourage, he will always be Johnny Drama. Do I think streaming has replaced movie rental? They fuck you at the. Listen, we were just talking about the screwing you at the drive-through scene because we got some takeout tonight and they totally fucked us at the drive-through. And I just quoted that scene tonight. That's hilarious. You said that. Has streaming replaced movie rental? I mean, I guess so for the time being. But less and less people, like more and more people are unhooking from streaming because it's becoming cost prohibitive. They're adding commercials. They're doing all the things they were supposed to be the opposite of. Entourage is a great show too. Wish they would bring that back. They could continue that one on. It's just slice of life, daily stuff. They could do that one as long as they wanted to. Young Guns 2, that's one I mentioned earlier. I don't understand. And I mean, the soundtrack to that movie alone made that movie legendary. I mean, some of John Bon Jovi's greatest hits are in that movie. Yep, that's right. It used to be a big thing if we could sell it to Redbox, get it in Redbox. Now people are like, Redbox? It may as well be a phone booth. Me too, Steelbook collectors. So many, we got out and we like associated with people. I don't think there are National Treasure movies in 4K. I don't know. But like, man, it was such a cool thing to go on Friday night and rent a couple of movies and get like some pizza or something like that. I mean, it was a whole experience, and that's what we're missing so much is the experience. That's part of the reason I like the packaging on collectors boutiques and stuff like that. To me, it adds to the experience. Like this, for instance, this whole big packaging here for these Forgotten Jolly films, that adds to it. You open it up. It's got these, 3 movies in here. And sure, it's cool to see the movie, the movie arts, everything is in here. But man, this whole presentation, it all adds to the experience. And I feel like we're missing out so much on experience. We're exchanging great experiences and great memories for convenience. And I hope there's a swing back away from that. Yeah, there's some more VHSs coming back. Alien Romulus, Terrifier 2, got that over there. Oh yeah, the Forgotten Jolly they're very cool boxes. Hollywood Video and Blockbuster. I had both of those so close to me. Yeah, Friday night atmosphere. Pizza and a movie. It made it feel like an event. It made it feel like an event. Favorite Jet Li movie? Hero is good. I always like. I think of him from. I think he plays a great villain in Lethal Weapon 4. What's the best 7 set of Chucky to buy? Is it the Blu-ray version? I can't tell you that because I only own the Scream Factory first Child's Play movie in 4K, and that's it. That's all I got. That's all I got. Yeah, Redbox is a good idea. I feel like I was talking about earlier with what I was wanting to do with my theater. Like imagine somewhere where you could go and you could get little tapas, little like movie theater snacks or little light bites, drinks or sodas or whatever. And there's a little arcade in there. And like for every, you bought a drink, you got a ticket to rent rent a movie or whatever, something like that, and make it an event again to like pick a movie. Something like that would be cool too. If I make another movie, we'll use any of your subscribers as extras. So here's what I want to do. If I make another movie, I want to bring in as many people from the physical media community as I can. Other YouTubers, members, subscribers, whoever that supports the movie, wants to be part of it. I want to make it something so that there is like this viral marketing campaign too at the end of it with all of us. We're all pushing out a movie. We're all about watching movies, reviewing movies, and buying movies and stuff. So why not have a movie come from all of us? Yep, the theater days, huge movie posters. I'm telling you. I hear you, John. Hey, man, we get it off the ground. I keep telling people, when people think I'm not, maybe that I'm not serious. Like, man, if I'm starting to make a movie and that train gets on the track and I start raising money, movie going to get made one way or the other. A movie is going to get made. You can ask Harley if he's still in here. We're going to make the movie. If we start rolling down that hill, because we started rolling down a hill towards making a comedy before we made Realm of Souls, and we had to pivot when we lost Corey Feldman over some crazy last minute demands. We had to drop the 80s style comedy and make a horror. So if that train gets on the track, we're going to make a movie. Oh man, I've made the drive from here to Cincinnati many times. It's where my ex-wife was from. Make it about 7 hours from here, 7.5. Oh, Alabama, that's definitely close. If you're from another state, you would to be an extra, you'd have to be willing to get yourself here. Oh, a fellow thespian, are we? Yeah, Harley, remember we did the whole like little promo about the 80s comedy, all 6s and 7s. That was going to be the movie, and it was going to be so 80s like nostalgia heavy. And we had Corey Feldman and everything, and we had no money left. I mean, no money. It was going to take everything we had to get him and do it. And then last minute, he wanted tickets for like 3 other people, round trip, hotel rooms for them too. And like, we couldn't do it. Well, Chattanooga is only about 2 hours from me. We did a whole little promo, Corey Feldman, talking about our favorite 80s stuff. $45 of us in here. I think we lost out tonight. There's usually about 150. Oh, wow. That is a, man. Thank you so much. So we just had some gifts. Now, is it Salman? Wow. That is 5. He just gifted 5 memberships to AVA Pop Culture. That is awesome. So it's like Jake, you got one. Susan's Ups and Downs, Collector of Nostalgia, Justin Voorhees. I still like Corey Feldman. Thank you so much. That's an amazing gift. To be part of the like family, as I feel like it, to be a member of the channel is super, super cool. That is an amazing gift. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. Corey wasn't as weird then, and his manager wanted him to do that movie really bad because it made him the star and it like glorified a lot of 80s movies that he was a part of. Yeah, people like that's I got no problem streaming my 4K tonight because nobody's on YouTube. Thank you so much. That's some of the most kind gift that you can give right there. I like people being able to see the other content and see their names on the videos and stuff like that. I just think it brings together people a little bit. Oh yeah, he was in he got in a rock. I think he's in a rock band or something now. But I mean, like, you know, it's not like what he was asking for was outlandish if it was not a low budget indie movie. But like what he was asking for came up to about $10,000 extra. And you're that would have been like half of our budget. Woke Nine recaps. Yeah, I like seeing my name on video. It's cool, man. Makes you feel like part of something. Makes me feel part of something. William said we had a pizza shop next to a donut shop next to a rental store next to an ice cream shop. I'd have been in this big around. Harley, you auditioned for Joker too. You got a call back. Oh, dang. I kind of just gave up doing unless I'm doing anything for myself. I'm not going to do anything. He was still playing with Limp Bizkit. I thought I saw something there. I thought he was still playing. Oh, I almost bought Pink Flamingos today. It's not one of the ones I bought, but John Waters. Yeah, I've seen Pink Flamingos. But I almost bought it because I want to bring back my Midnight Movies with Chase series. I did a couple of those. I did like Elvira and Showgirls and Videodrome. And I wanted to do more movies like that and explore like, Grindhouse, like, late night, midnight, the old midnight movies. But the last one I did was Showgirls, and it didn't do well. Not only did it not do well, there was like 11 people unsubscribed watching that video. I'm like, man, people hate Showgirls that bad, or what's going on here? But yeah, I've seen Pink Flamingos, and I almost bought it today. Am I picking up Joker 2? I got to be honest, I don't have any interest in seeing that one. I really don't. How is the Elvira 4? That's the one. That is one of my biggest glaring Blu-ray curses because I hunted down the out-of-print Blu-ray with a slip cover, bought it, and literally 3 weeks later, they announced the 4K. Midnight Movie was a good idea. See, I thought I liked it. I liked it. I mean, I still may bring it back. I mean, we got some long, cold winter nights here in the U.S. coming. So maybe I'll do that. I know I'm going to explore like some Criterion stuff in January and watching some of those. And I'm not going full Criterion. Never go full Criterion. Tuned into the Tyson fight, but saw your own live on my phone. Any predictions? So I gave my prediction a couple times. If it goes If it goes more than a couple rounds, I'd lean to Jake Paul because he's younger and everything else. But Mike Tyson probably still has punching power. That's the last thing to go. So if he connects in the first couple rounds, it could be good night. Yeah, just to dabble, just to cherry pick the criterion. I'm going to do a couple videos on that because I've had so many questions, like not just on the comments, but people will message me on Instagram and stuff like that, asking for criterion advice, like criterion recommendations and stuff like that. And I think people are intimidated a little bit by criterion, but also by criterion collectors. So I'm at least going to, I mean, maybe the video will not do anything. People won't like it or watch it, but I feel like it's easier just for me to address it and give my thoughts on it one time than answer, 100 different questions and try to help people that way. Oh, Ferris Bueller and Risky Business are not the same. And that Risky Business 4K is one of the the best 4Ks of the year so far. It's in the running for top 10 at the end of the year. The scene, Rebecca De Mornay looks like an angel in that scene. That 4K is crazy good. What cinema camera do you use? Canon C70. It's the same one they shot In a Violent Nature with. I am getting Hush 4K. I think I ordered it. Yeah, Tyson he move for his age. Favorite Tom Cruise movie? Ooh. Top Gun. Top Gun. Listen, I will get every criterion that I think fits with my taste at all because I do like to expand. I am a student of film too. So I like to expand that, but I don't want to spend money on something I'm going to watch once and never go back to again. But I do like to get it. Eyes Wide Shut is a good movie. That's Kubrick, and that's a whole different story because I love me some Stanley Kubrick. But Eyes Wide Shut, I am shocked, does not have a Criterion 4K or something yet. Like there's something weird going on with that movie. I still think they might have took out Stanley Kubrick. Born on the 4th of July is good, but I mean Top Gun, there's a blockbuster. Top Gun, 80s kid, Danger Zone, it's Top Gun. Kubrick is, listen, you can watch, if you know what you're looking at, you can watch The Shining and learn how to be a filmmaker just by watching The Shining. Well, see, okay, you're talking about stopping buying, and now you're buying 3 and 4 times over. So interesting. Like had been on a buying freeze. Here's the problem with a buying freeze to try to save money. If you're a collector, and I got to collect for the channel, if not for myself, but if you're a collector and you stop buying for 3 months, 4 months to try to save money, and there's movies that come out during that time, then all that's going to happen is you're just delaying when you buy them. You're not actually going to save that money. You're going to just buy them at the end. And what's the difference? Right. They don't mean freeze releasing. Yeah. Travolta and Punisher. I like the Punisher with, their first one they made with, he was the bad guy, right? With, crap, I never can remember his name. I like the Punisher movie. Lots of great YouTube videos dissecting Eyes Wide Shut. Thomas Jane, thank you. I forget his name every time. After learning what I mean, I'm a director, so and people, I don't know. I mean, you push actors to get what you want to get out of them. That don't mean you're not an asshole, but that's what they're getting paid for. Shooting is, well, as long as people know what the hell they're doing, shooting isn't all that hard. Editing takes forever. TV shows on disc is so much cheaper than digital. Somebody asked me my favorite TV shows earlier. I'm probably going to do a video on that, but I'll tell you, towards the top are like Supernatural, Smallville, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Twilight Zone, Simpsons. But there's, I come up with a bunch. I like TV shows. I'm a 80s kid. We grew up on TV. Blockbuster box sets question: are all of his slip boxes loose fit for standard cases? It seems they were made for steel books. Okay. I'll show you. All right. So this is how this fits. X-Files is good. X-Files would be in my top too. All right. So this is just an empty slip box from Blockbuster box sets. If you take just a regular 4K or Blu-ray and put it in, I mean, you still got, it's got just a little bit of room, right? It's got a little bit of room. But, it doesn't fall out. And then this is how a steelbook fits in it. Nice. It fits a steelbook nice, right? Perfect fit for a steelbook. And then your other option is a slipcover release. Also fits in there. Real nice. So I got like my other Arrow one in here. So they all fit. They're very nice. They're very nice. Absolutely fabulous. I haven't seen that. You had some that were a tight fit for no reason. Interesting. Yeah, the Trick or Treat one is this thing is bad to the bone here. Look at that. That is epic back there. And then it looks so good with the Arrow one in there. The 4Ks with plastic slip covers. Well, I love Cheers, Night Court, Quantum Leap, Alf. I mean, I grew up on a lot of those. Married with Children, of course. Al Bundy. They can't see. I wish they would do the X-Files in 4K. Because I know that was shot on film. Most people didn't even realize, like, there was a show that I liked. Fall Guy was a TV show. A lot of people when that movie came out didn't even know that. But it had a great intro song to it that Lee Majors sung himself, the unknown stuntman. Well, I grew up on Married with Children too. Al Bundy. It's like on Fox back then. You had Married with Children and The Simpsons and all kinds of stuff. Lee Majors for the win, because I'm the unknown stunt man. Makes Eastwood look so fine. That's way better than they had Blake Shelton redo the song and make it a lovey-dovey like version of that song. It's bull. The Lee Majors song for the win. The extended cut of what? Oh yeah, Dukes of Hazzard. I mean, I'm from Georgia, baby. So yeah, Dukes of Hazzard was a big deal. You have I don't know if you can see it. My Dukes of Hazzard lunchbox is over there. Great. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. I never thought I could feel. Every time I see him, even when I'm watching House, that's what I think of is that movie. Sunday Night in Living Color. Yep. And The Simpsons and Martin. Yep. Oh man, now I'm going to have the Greatest American Hero and the Fall Guy theme stuck in my head, much to everyone in the house's chagrin as I walk around singing them. Because singing is not one of my talents. Believe it or not, I'm walking on air. The Jamaicans on In Living Color. Yep. You can do what you want to do in living color. Yeah. I watched a lot of TV, man. I did like a few things. Like we either played outside and worked on my grandparents' farm, played outside and or played football, or I watched movies and TV. And that was it. That's all there was to do. My grandparents' house in Georgia had no air conditioning growing up. So you got real still at night, laid there with the box fan blowing on you. Fire Marshal Bill. Oh man, that's cool, Harley. That's one of the movie cars. If I ever get plenty of money, that's one of the cars I'm going to have is the General Lee 69 Dodge Charger. And that and the Impala, the 67 Impala from Supernatural. Smoky Mountain Christmas, Dolly Parton and Lee Majors. Yeah, I've seen that one a bunch. That was one of my dad's that he watched too. That would look good. That would look really good on a 4K. You know, I should text like where all our other like where is Daniel from Cobwebs tonight? Where is Frank? Where is Brian? These guys, how dare they not be on my live stream? How dare they? Yeah, Dolly was super thin in places. Out Cold on 4K. Did that not come out on 4K? Why do I think that came out on 4K? Am I thinking about something else that just recently came out? I thought that just recently came out. There was something. What is the? I'm getting it confused with something else that Kino Lorber just released recently. I can't remember. How many of you in here have seen Mulholland Drive? Any Lynch fans in here? This movie, I think I'm probably going to end up watching it more times than I can count and still not being sure whether I like it or not, which I kind of like in and of itself. Just watched Blue Velvet. I just watched Blue Velvet. Tyler, channel member, sent me that a long time ago, and I just watched it. It's really good. No Hulk tonight. There is Brian. I knew I could text him and sucker him into the live stream. No, man, I got a 4K camera. I upgraded my camera after last time. Tired of being the Hulk. It's just a crappy old camera is what it was. I think Brian has seen this. I don't think he's a Lynch guy, though. I can't decide on Lynch. I feel like I'm going to study Lynch. I don't know about enjoy, but I feel like I'm going to study. I just watched a little bit of a Criterion like interview with him, though. I like his attitude towards stuff like about these actors that are like over serious, taking, oh, I'm a method actor, I'm got to suffer for my art and all this stuff. And he's just like, y'all are basically idiots. Just make your movie and shut up. The movie didn't. Jordan, what's up? Is the fight over? Is that why I said is the fight over? People are joining now because the fight is over. Okay, so there's another Lynch film, Wild at Heart. So like I'm gonna take the plunge with De Palma. It's not really a plunge because I mean I know I like De Palma, but I'm gonna put together a full filmography of De Palma and a full filmography of Lynch. I think I'm just gonna go for it. But Wild at Heart, do you know who put that out, Brian? Yes. So Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. Oh my God, Wild at Heart's a fucked up Wizard of Oz. I need to see that immediately. I love Gorgeous Ladies of Wrestling. I'm random like a cat with string over here. Man, so I need to see that. And Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. I saw that at one of my stores today when I went on the hunt, my Criterion hunt today where I bought movies. But the package was opened already, and that kind of gave me pause since I was already buying a lot of stuff, and I ended up buying a different Lynch movie and not Eraserhead. For some reason, that's probably gonna be the last one that I get. There's something about me reading on that one that I'm not as into. But man, now I need to get that one. Shout put it out. I need to check that out. I do have Carlito's Way. I've seen Carlito's Way a bunch though. It's over there, right there. That one I've seen. That's probably even more, I might have seen that more times than Carrie. Even Lost Highway. I might have got Lost Highway today. You have to wait till tomorrow to see my Criterion Hall video. Well, there's actually a funny story with Lost Highway. You'll get it in the video. And then I did a special Criterion video for the members. That one's funny because that was an accidental Barnes and Noble trip. And I just happened to have my camera still. Dude, you already sold me, Brian. You don't have to keep selling me. Now he says it's a fucked up Wizard of Oz, and it is a dirty movie with Nicolas Cage and Laura Dern. Like, stop drilling. You suck oil. Struck oil. I'm sold. Yeah, we did. Harley, yeah. Ric Flair came to 2 premieres, actually. The other one you didn't come to was for a different movie. But yeah, he came to 2 different premieres. And Ric Flair did. I actually just told people about that in the room tour I did where I showed some of the pictures. Yes, sign me up. A fucked up Wizard of Oz that's dirty. Like, hey. Yeah, everybody's like, where do I get this movie? There, I saw. Did anybody else see this? Severin's releasing the porno, the hardcore movies that Ed Wood did towards the end of his career, and they're calling it Hardwood. That cracked me up, man. I'm like, those are XXX. There's some softcore versions of them too, but they're including both versions. Like, and they're calling it Hardwood. Wish they had No Country for Old Men. $25 is the pre-order price, and they would probably have more pre-orders. Probably. A keyhole in the shape of a peen. You, Becca, you believe Last Movie Standing is where you found out about Black Roses? Brian, what is Black Roses about? I keep hearing about that one too. I'm hearing a lot of people are having issues with Netflix. So you just come and watch my live stream. Okay, so it's not Brian. Never heard of Black Roses. I had to upgrade my camera because I'm doing that live stream that I talked to you guys about on Frank's Media and Reviews channel with Frank and Brian and Daniel. Yes, Severin. Severin is borderline going to pornography with some of that. Hey, Austin. Old fashioned. No Country for Old Men is, you know, I haven't seen Old Country for Old Men since the movie theater. Heard someone might be getting knocked out here. I'll put the camera link down in. I do have an affiliate link. Well, I mean, so the way that works is, I'll just let you guys a little behind the curtain real quick. So the way that works is, like, they don't give me anything unless. So I put the link down there in the description, and if you guys click it and you go to Amazon and you buy something while you're at Amazon, then it pays a percentage. It's anywhere from like 1 to 10%, depending on the item. It looks like with movies, it's about 3%, 2 to 3%, depending on the movie. But anything you buy while you're there, like if you click the link to go buy a movie that's in my description, and you go in there and you put the movie in your cart, and you put a pair of shoes in your cart and everything else, if you went there because of my link, it commissions all of it, which was interesting. So yeah, I'll put it down there. Something else too, I know a couple people were asking me about it, messaging me that had missed it. I did a ad read a couple of weeks ago, first one ever for Aura, which is like a LifeLock thing. It protects you online or whatever, like protects all your data. We actually had signed up for it, and that's how they found us. And like, if you click the link in that, in my description in that video, it's on my 13 best haunted house movies of all time from like 2 weeks ago. If you click that link and go and sign up for the 2-week trial, then they pay me every time somebody just signs up for the 2-week trial. It doesn't matter if they decide to keep it at the end of the 2 weeks or not. They pay me for the click. So that's how that kind of stuff works. They don't like give you money to do it. You only get any money if people use the stuff. Yeah, I'll get some pennies. That's right, from Amazon. The thing with the LifeLock type thing, the Aura, the identity protection, that pays a lot better. I mean, just to be honest with you guys, that pays pretty well for each person that does the free trial. I was hoping it would help me pay for my house repairs, but I think only like 4 or 5 people have signed up. No, 4 people have signed up for it now, I believe. Even just the 2-week trial. Yeah, it works. It just takes a ton of little purchases. As my dad used to say in his old saying, many hands make light work. Yeah, that's a different Aura. This one, Robert Downey Jr. is their spokesman. They got a real funny commercial with like like almost like a Pennywise type evil clown. It's pretty funny. But it's a really good deal. Like, we signed up and paid for it on our own. But they actually pay pretty well. Like, I could, if like 40 people had signed up for it, I could have about paid off all of my house repairs. Like, you have to go to that video and click on the link and all that kind of stuff. It's cool that you don't have to keep it. The people don't have to keep it to get paid. But it's like, a lot of people end up keeping it because it was so. I mean, I think everybody that got it so far has kept it. I'm very like I always kind of get. I don't like the thought of people stealing my stuff online, my information. That always freaks me out. So I was down with that, and that's how they found us. So that's how stuff like that works. So if you ever see anybody, like I know Cody Leach, he lives here in Georgia. He's got a big physical media, or he's more like a movie channel, not really physical media. He does several ad reads and stuff like that. And that's how it works. They don't pay you to do them. They only pay you if people use those links. It actually takes a little work. You have to do a lot, have to build your ad read into the story. There is that little Aura ring, right? That one that you put on and it tells like your blood pressure and all that stuff. He's just running wild at heart on your TV. I'm like intrigued to see that now too. Do I have any of the Riddick 4Ks? I have the Riddick 4K release from Arrow. I do not have, and I have the other Screen Factory one ordered. I do not have Pitch Black, which is my favorite of them. Although I actually like the Chronicles of Riddick better than most people, I think. I actually like all those movies. Pitch Black is still my favorite. I think it's the darkest, most horror. But I don't have that one. That one I really need. Is it out of print, though? It may be out of print on Arrow. Yep, commission helps. Anything helps, especially when you're trying to pay off like, $10,000 or $12,000 worth of rain damage. Is it still in print? Did it have a slip cover to start with though? Maybe that's what I'm thinking of. That's one I definitely need. Chronicles of Riddick's really good. I like that movie. Oh, you like Chronicles of Riddick better than the first one? I like both of them. It didn't ever have a slip, or it doesn't have a slip now. Last movie standing. Sorry, Brian, I didn't see that. Did you see Born to Be Rad Tease Fright Night 2 is coming next from the guy who did Trick or Treat? Whoa, I didn't see that. I know he knows that guy. So, dude, that would be a day I would get that. I hope it doesn't take them forever and ever and ever and ever to do it though. But that movie, Fright Night 2, I really like. I don't like that the main guy, God, just blanked on his name. I want to call him Herman from Herman's Head. Nobody remembers that show but me, probably. But I don't like that he's somehow convinced that he imagined all of it and that Jerry Dandridge was just was just like a serial killer or something. But I like the movie. Hurricane Helen hit our roof. Same thing. Like and I had to replace 2 custom made giant half circle windows on the front of my house. Dude. It was like $4,000, $5,000 for 2 windows. Herman's Head was great. The people in that it was a great bad show. Huh. Pitch Black never had a slip, or they didn't do like a case for that, or a chunky box or nothing. If that's the case, then I just need to grab one. Yeah, it was. I sit here thinking, I'm like, I've been dying to get an OLED TV, and I've been putting off making these little purchases of movies. And it's like if I wasn't carrying, like 11 grand from all these repairs, I could buy a $1,500 OLED, no problem. you know, I would love Fright Night to come out. I really like Trick or Treat 1986 or 87. Uh, the Synapse release, the Red Shirt Pictures. I had somehow never seen that movie. It is like a horror version of Weird Science. Well, it's hard to remember Fright Night too because it has been out of print on almost everything for a long time. But I think it's Jerry Dandridge's sister vampire. Well, the thing is, like I've got a budget QLED, like a Vizio QLED, and it does in here in this room, and it does Dolby Vision, it does HDR10, but it only has a color spectrum range of like 1 to 50,000 or something like that. And like when you're talking about an OLED and you get into the billions in range, you're not playing in the same ballpark. It might be technically 4K, but it's not the same. I don't have anywhere to set up like a projector with a home theater. That's the only thing. Um, so I'm thinking about now in my living room, I can put I want to put like a 77 or 83-inch TV in there. But because I have 24-foot tall ceilings that are vaulted, there's nowhere to like set up a projector and have like a theater the way it's set up in there. Oh, so OLEDs have way richer colors because they can achieve true black. And once you can achieve, I keep trying to combine those words. Once you can achieve true black, then you have a way wider spectrum of colors that you can do, and you can balance from true black. So you're going to get way richer, way better colors, and way more range in them. So instead of 1 to 50,000, you got 1 to 5 billion colors. All right, Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting out of here pretty soon too. I appreciate it. Have a great weekend. The Ghost and Mr. Chicken, Don Knotts. There is another Don Knotts movie that I loved when I was a kid, and I don't know if anybody else, and maybe I should save this for like a movies that you've never seen, but The Incredible Mr. Limpet. If anybody's ever seen The Incredible Mr. Limpet, where Don Knotts becomes a fish and he goes off with the ladyfish and he leaves his wife. And it's like half animated, half live action. Oh man, I'm gonna have to pull that one out. You've seen it and you have it? Oh man, it's like one of the early ones that did combination of live and animation. Did it get a Blu-ray? Man, I'll have to find that one if it did, because and it's like during World War II or something like that, and he learns that he can make this really loud noise that messes up like the German submarines or something, and he goes to work for the U.S. Like the Navy as a fish because he makes this what his little crab friend calls a whale busting noise. And they totally stole that crab. That crab was the basis for Sebastian in Little Mermaid. Oh, that's cool. You're from where Don Knotts grew up. I like his little cameo. I like him. People forget he was in Pleasantville too, and Pleasantville is a really good movie that I like. Pleasantville would be amazing in 4K too. Holy crud. Because it's like, it's got all these brilliant colors, but then it's partly in black and white, and then it's got brilliant colors in black and white settings. Man, that one needs a 4K. The older neighbor lady with the dark black hair is a famous actress. Like in real life or for the movie? Here's an interesting thing. This is a little off topic. This is another thing when I do my Criterion video. Everybody talks about how great Criterion is. I don't know if this is going to focus there. Let's see. I don't know. Anyway, what it says right here is this 4K was done by Studio Canal. And that is a recurring theme. They get all this credit for the best versions of movies. They get a lot of credit from big fans of Criterion. They do almost none any of their own restorations. They shop it all out to Studio Canal, to this place in New York that's all they do is restorations, and I've got the name of it written down. I put it on a video. I put it on my video before. They don't do anything hardly. The Majestic needs a 4K. I love The Majestic. That feels like a Frank Capra movie. I love The Majestic. Full Moon sent you the transfers 4K for $13, eh? Yeah, interesting. Yeah, if you're talking about the Criterion, yeah, they don't do anything themselves hardly. They get a lot of credit just for slapping that Criterion on there. That's exactly right. They're stamping their name on a lot of these 4Ks and Blu-rays. They're not doing them. You had a misprinted Criterion and they're not going to fix it? Are you serious? Man on the Moon, does that not? Oh no, I'm thinking of I was thinking of For All Mankind that I saw today. That's an older movie. The Majestic. Yeah, that would be. I have a video coming up called Why No 4K or Blu-ray. And I'm going to touch on a few of these movies and maybe talk about some of the reasons why. If I found the Blu-ray, I'm very hesitant to buy Blu-rays anymore, except for Criterion. And I gotta think about what those are. Like, okay, for instance, trying to think of a movie. I don't know. I mean, let's say Uncut Gems, even though they have a 4K of it. Let's say Uncut Gems. Like if I had bought the Blu-ray of that movie, that's not a movie I would ever worry about getting a 4K of. It's not scenery based, it's not color based, it's just story based. So like it wouldn't bother me to buy a Blu-ray of that. So there's things like that. It doesn't bother me if I don't think a 4K would do that much for it. But a film like The Majestic, a 4K would be so amazing in that I'd be hesitant to get the Blu-ray. But I mean, my DVD looks like crap. And I don't even have a case for it. It's like a handwritten case. Jim Carrey in 23. I haven't seen that in a long time. That was kind of a strange movie for him at the time. Do you think The Fly 86 will get a 4K? Yeah. Yeah, I do. It's Cronenberg. All of his will get 4Ks at some point. The Winged Serpent. I haven't seen The Winged Serpent. Why do I feel like I saw that? Is that Criterion? I feel like I saw that title today in the store. Your copy of Girl Fight. Winged Serpent. Must be something else I was thinking of then. Does Casper have a 4K? I can't answer that. I think Shivers does have a 4K, but I think that's from Vestron, isn't it? That might just be a Blu-ray steelbook. Oh, so it's Girl Fight. That's the one that's misprinted. I just put those two together. Shivers has an international 4K steelbook. Is it who is it like? Is it who did that? What's it? Criterion Girl Fight looks horrible. I was never the biggest fan of that movie. So yeah. So I mean, they're yeah. I know. Yeah, Shivers is Cronenberg. Yeah. Vinegar Syndrome is straight with you. I mean, they're like, look, they're trying to rescue this movie from these old elements that they have that are it's just old film. I mean, go leave old film laying around and try and develop it up to its highest potential. That's hard to do. Okay, so Vestron Shivers is just a Blu-ray. Okay. What's like Scanners is there's only a Blu-ray of Scanners too by Criterion. There's no 4K yet, but I gotta believe that there is a 4K coming to that. I thought they just announced a 4K of Fight Club. I might be mistaken, but I thought they did. Yeah, old film rots. Like, man, I had like a whole section of one of my tests in college was about storing and handling film to keep it from, turning to vinegar, which is where Vinegar Syndrome comes from. Yeah, 7's getting a 4K. 7 4K you can already pre-order on like Orbit and stuff. Crimes of the Future, Second Sight. Man, and Cronenberg got his stuff all over the place. I would. There is a couple Cronenbergs I've never seen. I've never seen Crash, Cronenberg's Crash. Never seen it. Ann Miller is the actress in Mulholland Drive. I'll tell you a movie I was talking to my buddy Chance with about today that Vestron has that I want to see a 4K of because I actually think it is a great movie, and that is Maximum Overdrive. Who made who? I like Maximum Overdrive. That is so 80s, man. 80s coked out movie right there. I mean, I love Chopping Mall. I wish like I would like the whole Vestron collection that they have, and I only have 2 of them. I would like them all, but I would like all those movies on 4K. Starman has a 4K, but it's held hostage in a Columbia Classics box or whatever. Dude, I love Chopping Mall. Well, I mean, you think of the soundtrack to Maximum Overdrive alone. I mean, the whole thing is soundtrack by AC/DC. So you have a lot of classic AC/DC in the soundtrack. And then you have, if I'm not mistaken, a coked out Stephen King wrote, and that's like the only one he directed. And I like that movie, man. I always liked it. And growing up here in Georgia in the South, that sucker was on TBS all the time. Drive, Harley. I picked up Drive, the steel book. This is my Blockbuster box set on it, but this one like fits super tight because I still have never seen this movie. I can't really get it out of here. I still have never seen this, but I you know, around this time of year, like Halloween and Christmas and Thanksgiving, you know, we got certain movies that we need to watch that we want to watch seasonally, and then of course for the channel, so it kind of backburners some other stuff. But I can't wait to get to this one. It's such a tight fit in this thing. Super cool though. Is Stripes in that same box set though? Because I love Stripes. I have Stripes right over here on VHS. I love Stripes. Is that in the same box set with Starman? I'm about done with Criterions for this month. I spent $148 on Criterions this month. But I ended up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Somehow I got 14 Criterions for like I think it was $160. Yeah, the Fall Guy was fun. Yeah, Kill Bill. I think all those are all getting a 4K. I want From Dusk Till Dawn to get an Arrow Chunky box set 4K. Because it's a dark night. That is like two separate movies put together. The hardest movie that I've tried to buy that I haven't had any luck is the Arrow limited box set of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and the Arrow box set Blu-ray of Legend. Zero luck with those two. Zero luck. Oh, so it was Taxi Driver. So of course, they couldn't be in the same box. One of those boxes has It Happened One Night in it too, I believe, a 4K Clark Gable, which is like the basis of all rom-coms. I need a shirt that says I got shirts on my merch. Like if you click like the Chase's Targets and stuff, that's a good one. I want a chunky box. That could be misconstrued if I just put I want a chunky box on the shirt. No, Legend will not get a 4K. The reason why is the elements are in such bad shape. The movie is in such bad shape. The film, from what they've said, is I've used this analogy before. It's okay at 1080p because that's still about a quarter of the resolution of the actual 35 millimeter film. But if you keep raising up that resolution, it's the equivalent of, when you drive in the heavy fog, you got to keep your low beams on so that you can see the road right in front of you clearly. And as long as you do that, you can see it clearly, even though there's a bunch of fog. But if you turn your high beams on, even though it's a lot more power and a lot more light and it should be more clarity, all you do is see way more fog. So if a film and the actual film itself is in a bad shape, then continually bringing up the resolution can just make you see way more of the imperfections and make it look bad. And that's what I've understand they said is the problem with Legend. And that's why it just did a Blu-ray. Oh, I was so pumped for the Demolition Man chunky box. I am so going to make a shirt that says I want a chunky box. Would it be too bad if I just put a 4K disc on the shirt and the shirt said I want it to come in a chunky box? I'm already going to do one that has no naked 4Ks, no naked Blu-rays, and it's going to have like a naked 4K chasing a slipcover. Then I'm going to do one for the people who don't like slipcovers and just says "Go Naked," and the 4K little 4K guy is throwing away his slipcover. Show me your chunky box. There is a listing standalone for 4K release of Starman. Is like, you mean on eBay, somebody selling it out of that box? Why'd they let the negatives get so bad for Legend? I have no idea. They just depends on how they stored them. I know some stuff at a couple of the studios got messed up during a fire. I don't know if that's one of them. I need a good chunky box. You just have the little 4K man. It says I want to put it in a chunky box. I love Orbit, man. You see, you ordered Demolition Man on Orbit. Orbit gets stuff to you quick. There's so many dirty ways to go with my little 4K man. I don't know. But I mean, sometimes, man, show me your chunky box. That's basically, you're on the track with what I've been drawing up, Brian. As far as the movie though, the film, like, man, there's no telling if just too much air got to it. Like if the container wasn't completely sealed, if the container isn't airtight, like, I mean, just air over time, moisture, any of that can screw it up. Even being too close to other films that are already going into different stages of vinegar syndrome, of like, it's like a disease pretty much, that can spread it to other film. But Lone Soldier, that can be one problem sometimes of a 4K. I ordered Demolition Man off Arrow directly myself. Had a super cool subscriber. He actually has a channel. I don't want to call him out, but he has like 2 million followers. It's like Vincent something. I don't want to say his whole thing because I don't know if he wants people to know, but he PayPal'd it to me and said, "Man, I love watching your stuff. Buy yourself Demolition Man." That was super cool. Like, made me tear up because that's favorite. That's a high up favorite. Don't be nervous about Zavvi. You can, if you've never ordered from them, I put a link in the description of all of my stuff, of all my videos. And the first time you order from them, you get like 15 or 20% off if you use that link. and they give me like $5 store credit. I'm picky about my chunky box. I'm totally going to do the guy flash and show me your chunky box. Show me your chunky box. There's so many dirty innuendos with that concept. I haven't heard about Starman getting a standalone release. It's interesting. Yeah, Canadian filmmaker. Yeah, like it. People don't realize it can go bad real fast. It can go bad real fast. Oh, you got subscription boxes from Zavi. Interesting. I appreciate it, Melvin. That like, yeah, they give me like $5 store credit. Like I had forgotten about it, and they alerted me that like I was gonna lose it, and I went in there to look, and I had enough to buy a. They did a limited release of Oppenheimer in like a 2000 limited number box, and I had enough to buy it. I just had to pay for shipping. I'm shocked, Brian, that 16 Candles doesn't have 4K from them yet. I thought for sure with Weird Science and the fact that they already have a 4K scan of and put out 16 Candles on Blu-ray. Listen, I want to see that opening shower scene in 4K. I haven't been back outside tonight since I got home. Yeah, I haven't been outside. It was starting to get a little cloudy here, but it was clear earlier today. Breakfast Club is not on 4K. The best is a Criterion Blu-ray 4K scan. So I mean, Criterion is in no hurry to put things on 4K. So if they have the rights to that, who knows when that's going to be a 4K. Late night stream with Chase. Yeah, we're going to go for just a few more minutes here and get off. I feel like I just wanted to hang out and talk with everybody tonight. And a lot of people are like, don't schedule that stream. I'm watching the fight. Fast Times at Ridgemont High 4K would be good. But I'm going to tell you, the 4K, the Blu-ray from Criterion, I don't know if I would upgrade. I certainly wouldn't be in a hurry to upgrade. That Blu-ray, especially on a good 4K player, that Blu-ray looks real good. But like the way they do this, so they did a full 4K. There's a full K restoration supervised by Amy Heckerling, and then they put it on this Blu-ray. So a full 4K exists out there. Now, for a long time, Criterion refused to do 4Ks, but they're sitting there. Let's see if it says who did it. So this one looks like it was done in-house, which means they're just sitting on a 4K of this for some reason. Wow, it's just now getting to the fight. Holy crap. But this thing, this Blu-ray it looks good. Yes, I remember the DVDs. Man, I remember when they came out and they were like, when the video rental places were getting popular and they're like, we're going to do laser discs. You can't find those in a rental store. Okay, so see that with Seven Samurai, there is a BFI release of that. It's a 4K box set It has posters with it, all that stuff. It also has HDR and Dolby Vision. So, and it's cheaper than the Criterion. So, like they're gonna have to. They're not gonna. I don't believe they're forever gonna be able to just say, "Oh, we're Criterion. We only need this plastic case and nothing else because we're Criterion." I'm gonna be like, "No, I need that box set over there." Like, $50 for Legend DVD. That's a little expensive. Yeah, they did move the release date of the BFI version. I think you can still order it on Orbit. I think I will go with the BFI one on that too. I didn't look. I still want to add. I eventually want to buy Citizen Kane from Criterion, but I didn't look and see if it has HDR or Dolby Vision on it. Oh God, I haven't seen Bill Hader's Criterion Closet tour. I just watched Willem Dafoe's, and his was just some of his commentary was pretty good. Yeah, I'm not the biggest Sean Penn guy, but I mean Spicoli is iconic. Bill has a nasty mind. He's a man after my own heart. Dirty mind is a terrible thing to waste. I got to find Bill Hader's Closet Visit. Willem Dafoe too. Like he makes a comment about Antichrist. He did the movie Antichrist with is it Lars Van Trier that did that? I can't remember. I've only seen that movie once, but he was kind of like chuckling at the thought of that. Yeah, Dazed and Confused. I have that 4K too. I actually sent that 4K to Brian too. Have you? I hadn't had a chance to watch that Dazed and Confused 4K yet. Well, isn't the unrated cut though? Is it has like old like VHS video type pieces in it or something. It'd be very hard to do that in 4K. It's the same reason you're never going to get. I don't believe you will ever get a. Nor would you want a 4K of like the Blair Witch, because a lot of that was shot on high 8, and high 8 only has like 480 lines of resolution, and you could make that look like straight hot garbage. That's the thing, man. Gotta have an OLED. If you live closer to me, we could just buy one and hang out and watch movies. I don't know what the deal is with Bedazzled. I like that movie, but I went to look for it too, and it's like $100 and something. I'm like, what? I always say hot garbage. Yeah, they could have tried to branch it. Well, that's like with Life Force. I wish they had done like, because the definitive way to watch Life Force is the 4K. Is it Life? Which one of them is excuse me, the director's cut, and it's not on the 4K. It's just on Blu-ray. And if you're going to watch Life Force, you want to watch the unrated cut. Oh, come on. I say that all the time, too. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, my gosh. I'm surprised Cocoon hadn't come out. I am surprised Cocoon hadn't come out. I think if I buy, I don't think I'm going to buy any more Criterion this month, but I think if I did, it would be Broadcast News. That was actually a pretty good movie back in the day. I think of what else I was looking at today. You guys can tell me more. Oh, and the Twin Peaks Fire, Walk Through Fire with Me, or whatever. I can't remember that whole title. Godzilla, I still don't have. Double Indemnity, I don't have, but I mean, I got that DVD, so I can just watch it for now. The Graduate, I haven't seen that one in a long time. Sometimes I'll buy movies just because if I get a good price, because I haven't seen them in a long time and I just want to watch them. Fire Walk with Me, I'll get it eventually. I'll get the movie because it's David Lynch. Oh, come on. Fire Walk with Me. Twin Peaks Fire Walk with Me. I saw it a couple times today. I didn't get it. Hopefully enough people click on my links, my Amazon affiliate links, or go back to my 13 best haunted house movies and click and sign up for that free trial of the like the LifeLock protection stuff from Aura, and I can buy a couple more Criterion this month. Fire Walk with Me is getting a German 4K. See, that's the only thing. That's the other thing. It's a Lynch movie, and even Criterion is putting out all the Lynch movies on 4K. So I feel like as soon as I buy that Blu-ray, 4K is coming. That would be the only thing. But I don't really want to like buy it on streaming or rent it on streaming and have my first watch of it be crappy quality. I might have to watch the Wild at Heart movie now. But all right, guys. So I'm going to get off here. It's been 2 hours and 7 minutes already. I appreciate the 35, 40 of you hanging out with me in here. I didn't really have anything big to talk about tonight. I just wanted to hang out and talk with you guys and ladies. Say you guys to cover everyone. And I appreciate it so much. Good night to you all. And I'll see you again real soon. Tomorrow I'll have a Criterion video coming out. And I'm not sure what will come out on Sunday, but I think tomorrow will be Criterion Hall, which will be kind of funny. And some different stuff. And make sure you share my videos and all that stuff and help keep this channel going. I appreciate it so much, you guys. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great Friday night. Drink some soda out of a little red Pizza Hut cup. That's what I'm about to go do. And watch a movie before I go to bed. But I'll see y'all later. See you real soon. Bye-bye. Oh, and of course, be kind, rewind like always. This is Chase with AV Pop Culture, and I'll see you real soon. Bye. Good night. Oh, come on. Thank you for the super chat right at the end. Coming in hot with the super chat. I love it. Good night. Bye-bye.